So, next, we're going to check out a video that I don't normally check out. A topic I don't normally check out. A female cop gets caught seducing inmates. It's not new, but I seen this scroll across the timeline and I said, we got to check that the fuck out. So, let's see exactly what she was doing, how she was doing it, how she got caught doing it. Let's find out.
An inmate.
You felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes.
After hearing rumors from other officers that
What?
had seen
Felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes.
an officer being accused of sleeping with an inmate. This is Charlene O'Banion, a prison officer being accused of sleeping with an inmate.
You felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes.
After hearing rumors from other officers that had seen her and Jason Parker.
She thought it would be a good idea. So if they have the recording, that means she was talking to him on a jail phone. Why did, if you work with the prison system, why would you not automatically know that those calls are being recorded? Okay then.
Parker together, an investigation was opened up. Charlene thinks she flew under the radar and got away, but what she doesn't know is that the detectives have all the evidence they need, and
Yeah.
they're about to expose and embarrass her.
Based off
in the
that
most
first clip, I
brutal
can only
way
assume.
possible.
You got a live ass head game. Oh my god.
Right from the start.
Ah, she's cooked. She's cooked. She's cooked. She's absolutely
Charlene plays
cooked.
innocent and pretends she doesn't know anything about the allegations.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that, and I just kind of wanted to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it. I mean,
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
no.
Why are you
Not at
lying?
all.
Charlene is sure that the
Why is she lying? She knows they're recorded. You're a cop. You're an officer. Do you not know they're recorded? Did she?
this
Okay.
will work, but the detectives have much more evidence than they're letting on.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for, I don't know what period of time. And he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Bequat to use the bathroom and he was talking like at the window with me.
Mhm.
And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, don't talk to her or something crazy like that.
So I'm just not trying to be rude here. I'm just.
Yeah.
Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like
Yeah.
now, if that happened a few months ago.
That doesn't
Charlene?
even that explanation for why she expected that to come up makes no sense at all. Like there's literally no correlation at all to that.
Claims that the only time she's had contact with Jason was a single time outside the jail bathroom, and it was a jealous inmate that started the rumor. But the detective is about to share some evidence that instantly proves that Charlene is hiding something.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there was jail calls between you and Parker, and all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you. So can you kind of tell me what's going on?
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. I didn't it wasn't anything like that. And
Apparently, Charlene and Jason knew each other before prison and messed around before they both ended up here. This led to them joking around with each other here, but nothing else. Or at least, that's what she claims. In reality, the cops have recorded phone calls from inside the prison that tell a completely different story.
So what about some
Ow.
of these phone conversations?
no, not here or the phone. I thought
No,
you were
I just
talking
mean
about phone.
conversations y'all are having on the phone
No,
since he's been in here.
like
What do you mean no? Bitch. Does she not know? Did she really not know they're recorded?
sexual.
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts.
Don't they say when you call an inmate that this call is being listened to?
From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what
No.
I gather from these calls.
No, that was like in the world, but we never dated. We just.
Okay. What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
I don't know, just talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just 15 minutes into this interrogation, Charlene's original story
Yeah,
is seeming less
already
and less like
changing.
the truth. She's been caught in multiple lies, admitted to having sexual relations with Jason in the past, and calling him regularly from her own home. This is highly irregular behavior for a prison officer, and it doesn't take a genius to realize something deeper may be going on. But the detective has some more questions pertaining to some more physical evidence.
I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about like photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
Mm-mm. I gave him a photograph of his mom, which he had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
Really?
Mm-mm. No, because
So one of the things we're going to be doing is like looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone? Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so.
It's important to remember that Charlene has worked at this prison for a while now, and as such will know all the ins and outs of everything such as security camera blind
facts.
spots and patrol officer schedules. You'd think that with all this
way
knowledge,
to hit the
it'd
cart
be
and look at the
easy to
phone.
hide a relationship with an inmate. But it seems that she forgot about a few vital pieces of information. Not least the fact that all phone calls placed from the prison are recorded. But thanks to the detectives, she's about to be reminded of this fact in a devastating
I don't know how she
Hey,
didn't.
baby.
Go back.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
So not only, bro, he's a dumbass too because now they know that they're in that bitch gambling. This is stupid all around, man.
I just won $30.
Stupidity.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
Actually, though, she's slow as hell.
I don't know. You probably got this weird sex swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker up for you.
Yeah, no, we never talked about anything, I swear. What are you talking about? Dumbass. On the prison phone? On the prison phone. Slow.
You.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag bar and everything?
Yeah, babe.
Listening to your own voice can be bad enough for some
Yeah.
people, but listening to your own sexual phone calls in silence with two detectives in the room as you realize you've just been caught red-handed has got to be worse than any prison sentence there is.
Yeah.
However, with the language they've used
But now you gotta do that, and you're going to prison. You're fucked.
so far, there's no evidence that the pair have actually engaged in any sexual acts. But that changes quickly as Jason begins to directly incriminate Charlene on the call.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Huh.
And you got a live ass fucking head game. Oh my god.
It wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Meh, meh. Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about
Yeah.
that.
It gets you horny?
Oh yeah. You felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes. Get very horny very easy. I always want to have.
Through this single phone call, like it didn't take them going through multiple calls or anything. Through this one phone call, they disbanded every single lie that she told. Every single thing that she said is automatically proven a lie through one phone call. Did you do anything in the prison? Do you have a relationship with him? No. Do you know him? Barely. Do you have a relationship with him? No. Have you guys ever done anything in the prison? No. Were you guys calling? No. Were you guys having sexual calls? No. All lies. All it took was one phone call. One phone call to prove everything a lie.
Not good.
Like, that's not even.
Not good.
I mean, it's not like I just like look at someone. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. No, like of course, like I only get horny for you.
You can't see how that sounds from like my point of view, like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. No.
The audacity she has
Actually, though, to say no with that little ass smirk on her face, send her the fuck to jail.
to say no after hearing that phone call is truly remarkable. But to her credit, she's not going down easily. The detectives try asking her if she thinks Jason would cover for her, and she still doesn't break, sticking to her story that everything that happened outside of prison. Technically, this story could still be true with this phone call, but it definitely is odd for the couple to be recounting events from over 3 years ago in such detail.
Probably.
Especially when earlier she struggled to remember any details about their relationship.
You talk about how profound this was, like this giving him this blowjob was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him a blowjob. How do you describe the blowjob? I mean, is that
Well,
what
I'm
you
not
want
want
me
to
to
know
do?
like about the blowjob. I'm just so if this is a
You just said
factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like I
Yeah,
feel
I
like,
mean, like we said in the car, you know.
like when I asked you who was there, him of course, like when y'all met or whatever, and then when I asked you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Heck is
So I
wild.
can remember one thing
Y'all are
and then
wild.
think about it for 30 seconds. So
Yeah,
that's
no.
not making sense to me.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the blowjob from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. Okay? This is
I think I've seen this one before. Never mind, wrong website.
your one chance to be honest with us.
Yeah.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a
This, yeah, but hearing this come from a fucking detective is crazy, nigga. What?
Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
Just as the detectives say, things really aren't adding up. Yet she's still sticking to her story. Or at least she was, before a switch flipped and she said this.
And what is it?
I might have given him a blowjob in the back part of the
In the back part of the quad? Okay. How long ago was that?
I don't know, a few months ago.
The secret's out, and Charlene has confessed. But this matter is more complex than it may seem. In cases of officer-inmate relations, the main question that arises is the issue of consent. Given that Jason and Charlene knew each other prior to being in prison, it's not wrong to assume that consent went both ways in this interaction. However, in these cases, that's actually completely irrelevant. According to a 2005 report, federal law criminalizes all sexual relations and contact between prison staff and inmates, and that all sexual relations between staff and inmates are considered abuse, even if the act would have been considered consensual if it occurred outside of a prison. This is because of the huge amount of inmate abuse that was
See, that's why you got a database that work at a prison, because if you cheat on you, that bitch go to jail.
observed in prisons. In 1996, it was estimated that between 12 and 14% of all prison inmates had been sexually assaulted, and the officers were rarely punished. So to prevent this, a zero-tolerance policy was introduced to try and prevent abuse towards inmates. A policy, it seems, that Charlene completely ignored.
I'm gonna ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up.
You're worried about losing your job, bitch? You're going to jail.
To me, internal affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from ours because it's two totally different things. So
Yeah. What kind of charges would, like?
So it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean, would I go to jail?
That's up to the DA's office.
As it turns out, Charlene would lose her job, and the only time she'd ever be allowed back in jail would be for the 100 days that
100
she'd be made
days.
to serve after being found guilty of sexual activity with a person in custody.
Damn, that ended so abruptly. That ended so abruptly. Huh. She really thought she was just, she thought only her job was at risk. So she's just really dumb. No, I knew it wasn't. She wasn't in a crazy prison. She was in a crazy prison sentence, but she can never get a job at a correctional in anything. She'll never be able to get a job at anything where she has to work with people, with vulnerable people, or where she's in a power position and she could enforce that power over someone. So she couldn't be like work. So she can't like work in a nursing home, work in a prison. She can't work in like a mental institution. She can't work with kids. She can't do any of that shit. She might be able to work. Yeah, no. Yeah. It's gonna be way harder to get a job now that you did that. After having that charge, that is a breach and abuse of power. So, she's fucked. She's really dumb. She's really, really, really dumb. She worked in this prison for years. For actual years. And she just acted like she didn't know that all phone calls are recorded. And then she only thought that she was gonna lose her job. That's probably why she admitted to doing it, because she was like, fuck, I guess I'm just gonna lose my job. She did not think she was about to go to jail and get charged. She would not have admitted if she knew that, because she was like, wait, what? Am I going to jail? Wait, what? Wow. People and their dumbass kids.
You can't come around my gang. You ain't got no fucking motion. You ain't got no fucking motion.